Here from the Russian Watch Brigade, bringing us some unbelievable watches from all over Eastern Europe. Nice to see you, Craig.
Good to see you. It's been a while. I'm good. And you?
Well, I'm very good. But tell all of our viewers that may be brand new to Russian watches. I mean, these are all over Eastern Europe. You're out there sourcing them, which you don't normally see too much.
Our watches come from really two main locations, from Moscow, Russia, in the heart of the Russian watch industry, and from Vilnius, Lithuania, as well. So we do refer to them as being Russian and Eastern European timepieces, and we are the only company in North America that brings these watches in.
Wow, okay, this one. So think about this, only company in North America, you're getting a real exclusive, but wait till you see this one. There were 200 made in each color choice. We have got 3 color choices for you, and they're actually named because they're named after pilots.
Right, you buy them by the plane, actually, is the way they're going to get them off of the, unless that's changed.
No, it's exactly that.
It's named by the plane. You've got that one right there is the Newport. That's how you're going to see it, I believe.
The Newport 4? No.
Yep, the Newport 4.
Okay.
And then that is the Lavochkin LA5. And then you have, I forget how they refer to that one, the ANT 25. So you're going to actually buy by the name of the plane on the dial. What are you looking at here? You're looking at Aviator, made by the Volmax company in Moscow, Russia. This is a true Russian timepiece. The movement in there is the 3105 Russian timepiece, manual wind, mechanical. This is as pure as it gets.
You have to, on the crown.
Yep, you're going to have to wind this watch, and if you wear it every day, it's best to wind it every day. It will give you about a 44-hour power reserve, fully wound. Aviator is the brand that still builds watches in Russia for the Russian military. They are the official watch of the Swifts, which is the Russian equivalent of the Thunderbirds. What's special about these? First of all, Daniel already mentioned, only 200 made. And I want to stress, we've had these on before. They always sold out. This is the last quantity I'm ever going to be able to get. If you don't pick it up now, you won't be able to get it. Anybody who's been watching the Russian Watch Brigade or my shows on television for the past few years, they know when I say it's not coming back, it's not coming back. We're not going to find some of these in the vault sometime later or whatever. Once these are done, they're done for the world. Only 200 for the world. This is referred to as the Aviator Heritage Collection. This is the 100th anniversary of Russian aviation. And each one of these watches is named for and celebrates a historic Russian aviator. In this particular case, the one you're looking at there, the Newport, was flown by a pilot named Nestorov. He was the first pilot to ever fly in a loop. He was also
really?
Yep. And he actually got in trouble for it when he first did it because they said he endangered Soviet property. But then when the public found out about it and thought it was so cool, he actually got promoted after that.
He
was the first plane to ever do a loop, and he was also the first pilot to ever take down another plane in combat. So,
a little bit of a risk, isn't it, doing that for the first time?
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
Wow.
So what you're seeing, no, he didn't know, but he was convinced it could work. It's actually a French plane that he did it in. So what you're seeing on there, you see the plane itself, but then on the back you see an etching of the plane, and there's dates, and that's the dates of the lifetime of the pilot. You're going to see that some of these were sadly short. Pilots didn't live very long back then, unfortunately.
Especially if they're doing things like doing the first time a loop and thinking they get away with it.
And he did.
He did that time. Maybe the others didn't. 1887 to 1914.
Right. Because he was the first pilot to ever actually take down another plane in combat, and how he did it is he flew into the other plane, and it ended his life as well. So he has a storied history. This is the plane that he flew in, and that's why you see his name and the dates of his life. That's the same for all 35
years.
Yeah. And it's the same for all 3 executions. They're all named for a pilot. You have actually, if we go to the one with the World War II era plane, which is the Lavochkin, that is the green dial. So and I think that's our most limited.
Did he set the whole kind of kamikaze?
Yeah, he was the first kamikaze, I guess you could say. I never thought about
that from him.
Maybe. I never thought about that, him being the first kamikaze. The other one there, the pilot's name is Kozhadev, and he was known as the ace of aces. And he actually had the most downed planes of anybody on either side of the equation in World War II. He was the most successful pilot throughout all of World War II. So he actually lived a little longer.
He did, 1920 to 1991.
Yeah, he did live a little longer. That is his plane, the Lavochkin LA-5. If you look up on shopnbc.com, you will see that this has a 5-star rating. I have had such positive feedback from the guys about this watch. So, it's a rare, special watch, true Russian.
After the war, what did he fly? What did he go into? Did he carry on
into civilian aircraft at that point, and actually set a lot of records as well in that.
Really?
Yep.
Have you been watching? I mean, you're fascinated.
You're fascinated by the pilots.
Well, no, I'm also. Have you been watching? It's all about in the '60s. You've been watching the Pan Am show, the series.
I haven't.
Oh, it's
but
brilliant.
I've heard it's good.
Fantastic.
Heard
okay,
it's good.
You know what? 200 of each. These are so limited. We have now got the final 60 across all 3 of those. We didn't even have time to go through them all. I'm sorry. Also, no more presentations on the Anchor. This one. Tell us a little bit because we don't get to see this one.
Well, the Anchor is it's a 300-meter diver. It has the tritium tube technology. This is a big, aggressive timepiece. It comes with 2 straps and in a dry box. This has been hugely popular. I'm actually wearing one of them right now. I keep these in my personal collection because they're very comfortable, very aggressive watches, and they've just done fantastically.
Okay. The N1 rocket is one that you'll see for Vostok Europe, but this is the only first one to have tritium tubes, which is really fascinating for those of you that are new to it. It's called the N1 rocket. It's in a black or it's a silver tone, all the way made Vilnius in Lithuania.
Right.
This comes to you with a brilliant, brand new, real ability in the fact that now watches you're seeing have these tubes that it isn't putting your hand under a light for it to glow up.
You don't have to charge it.
They're actually going to be here for about 20, 30 years. You're going to get a full capacity of never having to ever put it under a light. It's already charged with a gas that's in there.
Right. There's a tritium. The tritium tubes have the tritium gas-filled tubes that give you the constant illumination. This is the first time that the N1 rocket, which is named for the world's largest rocket, this is the first time that it's come out with the tritium tubes. Guys have seen these kind of hinted around on the web, and we're excited to see them. There's been a lot of buzz. The dials on these are just fantastic. A lot of people have asked me, by the way, Daniel, if that one is titanium, and it's not. It actually is stainless steel. It's just the way that they did a brush finish on it that kind of makes it look like titanium.
This is a beautiful bracelet.
Beautiful bracelet. Well. The bracelet on this, the 7 individual links on the bracelet. It has a solid end link. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece.
This is
4 millimeters thick on the bracelet.
This is interesting because a lot of watches that we've seen that you bring us are a much more traditional size. This is a really big, nice size that we're seeing.
Oh, yeah. Vostok Europe has started making the bigger watches, realizing that that was what was popular. They're taking the traditional styling of the Russian and Eastern European watchmakers and kind of moving it forward into the larger, more modern styling as well.
I mean, this is someone that really has a story to tell on this. This is someone that wants an individuality, something completely different. We've just got 2 minutes to shop on here. There were 3,000 of these only. Now, when I say only, in the watch business, that's tiny. When you have 200, it's minuscule. It's almost like bespoke.
Well, when you consider that Vostok Europe has 33, is distributed in 33 countries around the world, 3,000 pieces is not that many.
It doesn't leave many, does it?
No.
100 in each.
They're a boutique company. They don't build a lot of watches. When you get a Vostok Europe, you are getting something that you're not likely to see on somebody else's wrist.
And these are limited numbered editions on the back. So
yes.
It's not just saying, oh, we'll make that production, maybe we'll come back more.
Right. It's not a limited production. It's a true numbered limited edition.
Very nice.
You're getting surgical grade stainless steel. It's a 21 joule automatic movement, the T25 tritium tube technology, this beautiful 7-link bracelet that's on this watch. The shape of the case is designed after, again, the N1 rocket. It's designed to look like one of the stages of the rocket. The N1 rocket was the world's largest rocket. And again, Vostok Europe, everything on Vostok Europe is all custom. There's nothing on this watch that isn't 100% custom. There's no off-the-shelf components. And they always start with the concept and build the watch around the concept, and that's the same thing they did here. I think they had, as far as I understood, there was a shot of the tritium on this. I don't know if they do.
Let's check, Dave. If Steve is on there on directing, maybe we can check and see if we've got any of the luminosity shots. By the way, if you want to try this, you get it now. We've got now a limited number again in this one.
There you go. That's what the tritium tube looks like. And actually this one has the different colors in the cardinal positions and the other positions, so it's really easy to see when you quickly look down at a glance.
And just remember that never changes. That doesn't charge up more or less. That when you look at your watch at 4 in the morning, where most of your other watches are just running out that gas, running out that, light rather.
The superluminous.
This one is yours always that you have it charged up. By the way, it's on free shipping as well. Let's take a look. Okay, this is it. This is it. If you want to get one today, you've got to see the Caspian Sea Monster. Again, a limited number, not only an amazing leather strap, you're going to also get a poly or silicone strap that comes with it. It's in rose tone, it's in silver tone, it's almost 50% off. It's the lowest price it's ever going to be seen.
This
is the
price on
first
that
time
watch.
we've ever seen this price. This is a beautiful, beautiful timepiece.
This is a beautiful timepiece.
My goodness.
Now, what makes this one a little different than some of the others you've seen tonight? Well, for one thing, this one has the 32-jewel proprietary Vostok movement in it with an exhibition case back. And I actually brought, Daniel, if you want to show it, I brought the actual movement that's in the watch itself, taken out separate from the watch so that you can see how the movement is built. This is, when I say proprietary, what does that mean? Well, proprietary means that this movement is only available in Vostok Europe watches. It's built by the Vostok Watch Company of Chistopol, Russia, the oldest and largest continuously operating Russian watch manufacturer. And they build this movement. Now, don't be fooled by that plastic on there. That is simply for the sake of holding the movement while it's in storage before it's put in the watch. That's actually, the watch itself is put in a surgical grade stainless steel movement holder, which just gives you an idea of how much quality goes into these watches, that even the movement holder itself is surgical grade stainless steel. This watch also has the tritium tube technology. It's a 200-meter diver. The thing you're getting in this is you're getting a combination of dress, appeal, and sport.
Well, and let's go back because you've got to see this. Okay. For the aesthetics of it, this is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. Rotating bezel, it doesn't look like from the side where you'd see that with this just absolutely...
With that great knurling on the bezel.
Deploying clasp you put there in the rose tone, that's going to also protect and keep this beautiful, rich leather. But take a look at this on the wrist. That's stunning.
That is a stunning watch. It has the heavily decorated dial. Look at the complications on this watch. You have a 24-hour dial at that upper half-circle position. The other half-circle position is a day-night indicator. This is named for the Caspian Sea Monster, which is this really funky plane that flew back and forth across the Caspian Sea. That was the inspiration for this watch, or the Ekranoplan, which is the Russian name. The Caspian Sea Monster was kind of its nickname. So what are you getting? You're getting proprietary movement. You're getting 3 complications. You're getting this beautiful Russian red gold. As we know, anybody who's watched the show knows that gold in Russia is red gold, not yellow gold. And that's why you see so many of ours in the deep, deep Russian red gold. You've got this heavy surgical grade stainless steel case with all the components inside also surgical grade. This beautiful strap with this unique breathing system that it has, where the holes are actually on the underside and on the side of the strap, as opposed to going all the way through. So you still get the integrity and beauty of the exterior of the strap, but you get that breathability on what has to be a heavy strap, because this is a heavy watch. This is a big, imposing, heavy watch.
It really is. Look at that. Now, there are the 2 choices, but Dave, can I get a little bit of countdown? Okay. Rose tone will leave us first. We have got 45 in the rose tone. That's it. That's the most limited. That's stunning. What a beautiful watch. You get it home today on 6 payments. What does that mean? On your major credit card, it's $60.49 to get it home. This is absolutely out of this world. So why do they call it red gold?
Well, Russian red is what we refer to it because of the fact that in Russia, when you mention gold, people don't think of yellow gold. They think of rose. If you look at people's wedding rings or their jewelry there, it's going to be rose.
You're absolutely right. And there's the Russian wedding ring, which is the rolling ring, which is the 3 together, which always has a piece of the rose in there.
Because that's what they see. Even though you have to put a doping alloy to make it rose gold, they still see that as gold, not yellow. That's why you don't see so many yellow examples. And again, a reminder, this comes with 2 straps. If you do want it, it can be worn aggressively as a diver watch. It is 200-meter water resistance. If you want to put it on a silicone strap, it will come with the extra strap.
Do you speak Russian?
A little. Just enough to get in trouble. I can not say much.
Очень хорошо.
They want me to speak English.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, so how often are you over there?
I try to go as often as I can. I get to Lithuania more than I do Russia. It's not easy to go to Russia. You have to fill out a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of hoops that you still have to jump through to actually get to Russia.
Yeah.
I do go to Vilnius pretty often because it's a part of the EU now, so it's fairly easy to get over there.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful little city.
I heard.
And the watches, again, hand-assembled in Vilnius, Lithuania by a team of Russian and Eastern European watchmakers.
Wow.
Every component of this watch is 100% custom.
When are you next going?
Well, I'll see them all in Basel.
Okay, I was just thinking I was going to put an order of caviar in for
Yeah, oh,
next
there you
time
go.
there. And out of Vilnius, there's some good price caviar you can get out there. Yeah.
And other fantastic food.
You know what? I'm afraid right now we have gone to very limited with 3 dozen remaining in the rose tone. This is exceptional. Treat yourself. You've got this home today, $60 and change on your major credit card. We don't see these prices very often. It's the first time we've ever gone to such a low price.
Exceptionally low price. That $690 is not a stretch. You look for it anywhere else, and you're going to see it at that price. And don't dismiss the silver tone. That is a beautiful watch in the silver tone. The you know, it's not quite as dressy. If you want to have dressy but not as dressed up as the rose, it's a beautiful example. I do have, if you want to show, I do like to show what the tritium tube actually looks like. From, here we go. This is what the tritium tube actually looks like. This is actually a hand from one of the Anchars, but I can still show you. You can see these little tiny tubes built by MB Microtech of Switzerland. They build the smallest tubes in the world, and the reason that most watch companies use their tubes is because they're light enough to actually fit on the hand of a watch without causing problems.
So how on earth is it actually...
It's laser. It's laser sealed glass tubes. There's actually 2 materials in there. Everybody talks about the tritium.
Yeah.
But there's also what you would think of as your simple luminous material, like would be put on a dial for superluminova. That's in the tube as well. The tritium activates the luminous material. And that is what creates...
So it's almost what the light's doing to the superluminova.
It's called radioluminescence, is what you refer to it as. And they're heavily regulated. Yeah. We have to bring them in under special licenses.
Which has only been accessible about a year.
Yeah, a couple of years at most.
Fascinating, fascinating. Well, that is all for you. You've got to get that while you can. We've got the rose tone and the silver tone. We'll be back in just a moment.